I want to quickly talk about the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in 2023 Lagos State election, Abdul-Azeez Adediran, popularly known as Jandor. He has officially defected to the All Progressive Congress, APC. He made this announcement during a press briefing in Lagos on Monday. You see, politics. When you look at politics, reason they are studying politics in school. I think it's pol science they're doing in school, like
political science.
Political science, yes. There are several courses. Because when you look at politics, you say someone, this is Jandor that went to Abuja APC Secretariat, that went to remove APC flag, and it was ignored. The same Jandor that went to PDP, and immediately he was given the ticket to contest. You know, when he was given that ticket, I met some women leader, PDP women leader. I had an interview with them, and they were not happy. They said some people have been on the queue. You see, politics is a game of number, and politics is also a game of queuing. You queue. When it gets to politics, you have to queue. So when it gets to your turn, they will give it to you. That is how I have studied Nigerian politics. I stand to be corrected. But for me, that is my opinion. You know, I met this women leader, and they told me that a lot of people have been waiting to get this governorship ticket, but Jandor just came all of a sudden, and automatically he was given the ticket with Funke Akindele as his deputy.
Sure.
You know, Funke Akindele that came out during the election, then, if you go to our page, you're not going to see anything about that election on our page.
Yeah.
The only evidence we're going to have is all what we have on social media. But on our page, you're not going to see anything. But it's in her profile already. No matter how she deletes it, it stays with her forever. Now, the same Jandor that's always spitting stuffs about APC, about their principal, and all of a sudden, Jandor even went to court after the governorship election. He claimed they've stolen his mandates. Like Badebo Rodvivo, or Vival claimed that his mandate was stolen as well. And all of a sudden on Monday, we saw Jandor in Lagos State. He has decamped to the party, the trending party, the reigning party, the leading party, the powerful party, the most powerful party in Nigeria right now. Maybe Africa, not even Nigeria.
It was the biggest party in Africa.
Once upon
In
a
Africa,
time.
yes,
Yeah,
once upon a time.
Yeah.
So taking it from PDP now, going to APC now, looks like, okay, I don't you know.
You understand? And yes, they come to APC saying, giving us the reasons he decamped to APC. Now, Odi, I would like you to put up this video for us. Let's see this video before we deliberate on it in a jiffy.
After extensive consultation with family, political associates, elder statesmen, supporters, and well-meaning Lagosians, we share our vision for a greater and more prosperous Lagos, and in identifying that the primary reason a political party exists is to win an election and ultimately form a government to contribute to the welfare, security, and total development of the people. We wish to formally announce that we have decided to join a political party that considers winnings for its members as top priority, not minding who is on the ballot. Gentlemen of the press, we have decided to return to the All Progressive Congress APC. Before you are quick to remind me of the reasons upon which we left in the first place, let me respond with a popular Yoruba adage that says, if a woman has not tried two husbands, she probably would not know which is better. In APC, we have a leader. Even if you want to fault his selection choices, you can't fault his desire to always win for his party to the benefit of all members and their followers and the state. While in Lagos PDP, you have a leader that will at every election cycle work against his own party and willfully dash the hopes of many party members and followers. We have chosen the better alternative. There is Godfather everywhere. Yes, you know the godfather of PDP. If you put it side by side with the godfather of APC, now you have one godfather. What he does is to ensure that at the end of the whole wahala, both the godson and the ungodly son and everybody dash their hopes and all their dreams well. Nobody goes anywhere, right? You have another one, even if you were to force his election choices, you can be rest assured that he's going to ultimately win for the party and every other person. Just like I said, I haven't tried both sides. We pick the better alternative.
Welcome back. You know, he cited some of the irregularities in the PDP. In PDP, reason he left, he had to leave to APC. All right, I throw the ball to your court first this morning. Vera, what do you think?
Well, it's now a norm.
Was it expected?
No, if you're a politician or you've followed politicians for a long time in Nigeria, you just know that anybody that is coming out to saying, I'm not going to leave my party, is just giving you stories. We see this happen in Nigeria where, for me, I think it's about ideology of a person or of a party. It begins to look as though there are juicy things out of it. If I don't get what I want, I better move to where I will easily get it. It's no more getting it for the people. It's no more the hunger to help your people. It's no more the hunger to serve your people as well. It is now, let me get something for myself. That's why they are looking. Because if you see when Jandor took that flag,
okay,
you will think that this won't happen someday. But people like us now know that it does happen. When you get in there, you don't get what you want. You just, like the pidgin will say, jejeli in Yoruba, you move. You just move. Just take a break and you move. You might come back someday again. We've seen that happen where even Atiku moved. We saw where other parties moved, changed party names, you know, moved. They've been moving like that. So it's not strange. It's a normal thing now that Nigerians expect. Tomorrow you might see me in PDP and after 5 days, I might just move
to APC.
To APC. And it depends on what's happening. If APC is the ruling party, you quickly move there so that you can get something better for yourself. But honestly, we're not being truthful to ourselves. We're not being fair to ourselves, to the future, to our generation. Again, someone can also argue, why would I move when the party is no more towing the path that I thought they will tow? They are drifting away. Some people will also argue with you to say, if you're drifting away, I will move. I won't stay there. So you have a point. But going into a party in the United States, you have the Republican, these are parties that you know that this is what they stand for. But in Nigeria, what can you tell me a party? How can you describe our political party in Nigeria? It's a question that is rhetoric, that I begin to wonder, what do they stand for? I think they are all same. That's what I think. So you're just moving from 2A into 2B. Tomorrow you can also move to 2A again, depending on who the principal is. So, but this is not helping democracy. This is not what our forefathers fought for. We're not seeing the ripple effect of how people lost their lives, people laid their lives for Nigeria to be a better country. We're not seeing that with this moving, cross-carpeting, defecting, whatever words you want to use for it. We're not seeing it.
But Barrister Pink, looking at what is actually happening in PDP, there is no unity. A lot of chaos in that party. Don't you think someone like Jandor would truly look at himself and say, I don't want to be a failure, let me just move on? Part of the reason he said it to come to APC. What do you think?
So let me read something he said on his official statement. Okay. He said, he emphasized a political party's primary goal is to win elections and form a government. which he believes the APC prioritized more effectively than the PDP. Now, you know, Vera said something about the US. In democracy, there's something called independent candidacy, in which people always fail to do. If you believe people really believe in you and all those your supporters who believe in you, you can stand independently without joining any political party and represent yourself as that candidate you believe
Which
in.
is called individual candidacy.
Yes, but it's independent because you are standing alone. Even Kanye West also did the same thing when he was contesting, because he knew that by the time he gets to another party, there is queue too in the Democrats and the Conservatives.
Yeah.
I hope you understand. So if you believe you are supposed to be there, you can stand on your own and achieve it. But I have this problem about people criticizing what they've left. If you want, if you want to leave, it is an option. You saw something there, but you cannot go over there and be saying those people cannot form a government, and you saw it here better. To me, they can sue you for defamation because you also ran under their platform.
And what if it's right?
If he's right, in what way? He should
Is that
prove
if
it.
that party should favor him and at least they should live up to his
Then let him
expectation?
move in.
Do you believe he's going to?
Do you know that he can move on?
Do you believe
to
he
that?
will leave?
Someone like me, I can move on to something better and don't even talk about where I'm coming from.
Because that is you.
Because
But for someone who wants to become, needs a tangible reason to give them, to give to those he is going to.
he said from the statement, he consulted his family members, the people like your godfathers. He said it there, and even his supporters.
It's constituency.
So for him to make that in his statement, he does not even need all these bones and akara that he's just putting around. He can go there and say, I believe if I am on this platform, maybe I will achieve my goals.
But there's a reason for him leaving the platform. To
Now,
another platform.
let me tell you.
Don't you think he needs to give them a
if
tangible
there's
reason
problem,
for
let me
leaving?
tell you, if
Because they
there's-
might see him as a mole
when you say move,
in the party.
for him to move, somebody must have invited you. That is the truth about
You cannot move without consultation.
But you have to move with a tangible
somebody
reason.
in that APC
You don't have to be.
must have
it doesn't
even
have to be.
invited him and from because you cannot just storm into the APC and say, I've decided to change. Yes, they will welcome you, but Oga, join you. But for you to come into the APC from another party, you believe you have like a better future there. Somebody that is very strong, that must have spoken
Accepted.
yes, that if you come, this is what they are going to give to you. So I would have loved that if you want to move, you move. But all these statements about the better, to me,
Those are
sometimes,
cock-a-bull
yes,
stories.
to me, when people write all those kind of things, I just believe that you just want to just mix up words or trying to for somebody to reply you. I don't give those kind of people face. That's the truth.
Okay, and Cyril, when you look at what is happening with this Jandor decamp and everything, we have people saying Jandor never left APC before. That Jandor has always been with APC and now he has gone back to his base. Reason I said Jandor back to base. What's your take on this whole issue? At least you've listened to me, you've listened to Vera, you've listened to Barrister P. I mean, what is trending outside here about Jandor
Honestly
decamp?
speaking, if you ask me, it should not even be something we should discuss about. Why? Because the PDP in Lagos lost their integrity. And I'll tell you why. The person that contested earlier before Jandor was Jimmy Agbaji.
Yeah.
You always come out to contest, and once you lose the election, you go back again to.
Should I quickly give you his nickname? When you go to political parties coverage, customer dadani. Allegedly.
Later, right? I heard some things about him. I think he is a pharmacist also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he supplies
Yeah,
a lot of
lies, yeah.
hospitals, general
Yeah,
hospitals
he's
in
actually
Lagos.
working with the federal government or the
So-
state government.
Sometimes political party, you see, to win election is not by you are nice. It is by number. Politicians look for numbers. Jimmy Agbaje, Jandor went to use Sugar Kindele because he thought social media followers.
Votes and all
I
that.
think she has the highest followers, female followers in the movie
He even
industry.
came third. His political strength is even low.
That they bought one
Was he a
That they bought
politician?
one.
Was she a
Yes.
politician?
No.
No, she was.
But sometimes it's good to mix a Democrat with a politician in a same society,
Yeah.
right? And then he has been APC But let's not talk about Jandor's businesses and how he has been getting appointments. So this party APC has actually been feeding you with so many contracts and appointments in the past time, and then coming to say, so it's always like, oh, one man planted this person here, just go and represent them. Because when he got there, apparently he was not the person who was supposed to be the rightful owner of that ticket.
Of that ticket, yeah.
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 Secondly, he was supposed to work hand in hand with Gbadebo. They were supposed to actually work as governor and deputy governor. Gbadebo was in PDP too.
Yeah.
It was with that anger he left, and that
Gbadebo
was
left,
why
yeah.
Bode George left their own candidate, which is Jandor, and supported Gbadebo during the election. So a lot of things happened. The honest truth is, the current political situation in Lagos State, it will take PDP a very long time.
Excuse me.
Some powerful men to lead APC before PDP can say
Can rise again.
You can imagine Labour Party even came
Second.
and they came second.
And they almost came first.
APC,
Almost.
PDP
Almost.
could not pull 100,000 votes, and Gbadebo pulled 300,000
Yes.
votes, and His Excellency Sanwo-Olu pulled about 700,000 plus. So you will see, okay, what is
That was even during the governorship election.
Yeah, that
When we look at the presidential election,
it was
governorship
close.
election. Presidential election, the Labour Party even won.
they won Lagos
Yeah,
State.
they won
Yeah.
Lagos.
APC came second, and PDP still took their position.
It's a birthright.
So not
So they
going
took their
back
position.
to APC. See, the only thing that can save us from all this migration, Nigeria, we don't practice two-party system.
No.
We practice
Multiple.
system. And the constitution, they will not amend it in the favor of the general populace.
At all.
They will always amend it. Look at Atiku. When Atiku left the PDP, the first time Atiku wanted, when he wanted to contest for president, the first time I think he contested was under Tinubu, was ACN. The first person that contested in Tinubu's party was Nuru Ribadu. The second person was Atiku Abubakar. The third person was Buhari before he came himself. So you can imagine somebody created a party and then he chooses not to contest immediately. And he waited for years, about 20 years, before he came out. That shows the kind of patience and strategy that this man had. And that was what I talked about Peter Obi. If he had stayed in Abga and build Abga, let the old...
That's another person. I don't know where he will be decamping to, but I'm sure.
I don't see him decamping.
Are you sure, Peter Obi?
One of those
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
I don't think Peter is staying in Labour Party.
Peter, are you not seeing the moves? Are you not seeing the moves?
The chairman of
So
the
I
party.
feel like still one of the reasons why Atiku is not the president today is because of impatience.
Yes.
He will have won
He
it.
lives here, he will join here. Atiku was part of the people that supported Buhari in 2015.
Yes.
And they made sure they broke everything that would have made Jonathan won that second time. And if he had not broken that hole, he would have probably had a hope to stay.
No, it's true.
But he already broke the likes of the people that they were not supposed to give political power.
They
They
now
already
give them,
gave
yeah.
it to them. Now they are using it back against him. I'm sorry to say,
And even the final election.
in this country.
You know, when you're talking about patience, even the final election, this last election, he would have even worked with Peter Obi.
Yeah.
And they would have gotten that.
I think
they
it
would
was-
have won.
I think it was
Then you will come
selfishness. You know, when you don't put people, you just want your own
It's
thing.
greed.
But no, it's not. Let's look at it.
Buhari was
Let's
just
look at it from this
leading
perspective.
8 years.
See, I stand to be corrected, but let's look at it from this perspective. Should Atiku vice Peter Obi?
If you are,
it
no wait,
cannot.
no.
You
Let
would have
me
needed
say,
all his
you
support.
can. If you
He would have he should rather step down
Vera, he cannot.
to support
Why?
Peter Obi.
Why?
Why will he vice Peter Obi?
president.
Okay, if he doesn't
Right.
want to do that, you can give your
All
support.
your best support.
You say, okay,
all
I'm
your
stepping
support.
down. I'm
And just
stepping
throw your
down
weight.
because I'm
You
stepping
people
down.
He would have been the godfather.
Honestly,
That's what
That's
my
the
mind.
word.
That's why I kept
Really.
quiet. There are some times in your life you will know that you can't rule somebody, but you can
use
advise.
someone to rule.
No, you
Yes,
can. You
and
can also be
advise,
you
and
are
you
a
can-
major
you
leader
can-
to that person.
That's what I'm saying. You can rule by proxy. Everything you need is just there.
Atiku was already the governor of Adamawa before
Yes,
he called
now.
Exactly.
Adama the vice president.
Customs
Exactly.
officer, moved. He's gotten everything.
And don't forget, he also contested in 1993 too.
Exactly.
Atiku has ever been contesting since the aborting
Before you were born.
You can hear me.
He has ever been contesting before.
He has been contesting since 1993 and up till now. There's no particular strategy. Tell me if such a person becomes the president of this country.
So you think he has nothing to offer?
He not fit. I don't know.
He might have something to offer,
Allegedly.
but his system is going. He might have something.
My opinion.
Yeah.
No, the truth about this thing, I think he was Obi was vice to him in one of the campaigns.
Yes, in 2019.
So whatever thing that went wrong in their party, Obi wanted to test his popularity and showed him that if I stand on my own, I'm bigger than you.